Welcome to World Monologue Games 2024. You're watching the main amateur category and the region is Australia and New Zealand. We do have strong language and adult themes at the game, so if you're sensitive to any particular subject matter, it could be in the show. Please hit the like or subscribe button or leave a comment for the actors. Voting lines will be open for 48 hours from the end of this broadcast, so if you'd like to vote, a link will be available in the description of this video. Enjoy the show.
I'm not saying it's my fault. I didn't do anything. That's exactly my point. I didn't do anything. I knew, and what did I do? I covered for him. I let him get away with it. I knew what he'd done, and I did nothing. Well, here's what happened. He came home one night late. It was about 11 p.m, so hours later than normal. But he was acting distraught, but in an off kind of way. It was super starey, quiet. It was like that little girl from The Ring who comes straight out of the TV. Okay? I was worried out of my mind. Are you okay, baby? Are you hurt? What happened? He didn't respond to anything that I said until I asked if he needed a doctor. Well, that was like I'd slapped him across the face. He stormed up, came right across the room, looked me right in the eyes, had his hands on my shoulders. You know, it was like in the movies when they're going to tell you your life's in danger if you don't do what they say. He said, don't call anyone. Never mention this. Well, I agree. I tried to get more out of him, but he gave me nothing. It was only weeks later he told me what had happened. So this guy had come out of a store, obviously a robber, and Leon had chased right after him. That's just the kind of guy that Leon is, right? Bravery, it's an instinct. He'd be the first firefighter into a burning building. The last soldier to leave the battle. Anyway, they had a fight, and the guy pulled a knife. Leon got a hold of it and he killed him. He spent the evening getting rid of the body. Honestly, I believed what he said. I still do. Leon's the kind of guy that would pin the guy down and call the police, right? So I honestly believed that it was self-defense. But it changed him. He crossed a threshold no one should be allowed to cross. And it's like he thought it was less than horrendous because there were no consequences. I didn't know it would escalate. Oh, I'm really sorry. I know I should have come to the police. I know it's a crime not to have. That's not what gets me about this, officer. I'll do my time, prison, I'm sure. But I could have stopped him, officer. I could have stopped him.
Happened again, didn't it? Oh, God. That's why I'm here. Oh, you're gonna think I'm crazy. But the other night, I was lying in my bed, and this green light opens up in the wall, and these strange figures walk through. They pin me down and inject me with something. I don't know what it was. And then I passed out. The next thing I know, I'm waking up in my bed and nobody's there. And I thought it must have been a dream. But it was so real. Anyway, over the next few days, I start getting these episodes. Like there's this feeling of something taking over me. Like it's in my veins. And then I get lightheaded. And then I blank. It's so scary. And the last couple of days it's just been getting stronger and happening more often, and I just know something happened that night. Either that or I'm losing my mind. Anyway, I thought I would come here first and get your professional opinion. happening again. Hello. My name is Eliaki, and I am not from your world, but I mean you no harm.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays of lighting falls away to dusty death. Out, out, brief candle! Life's but a walking shadow. His hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. Is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
I hope she suffered. Your wife, she died, right? Cancer, right? To be clear, what I said was I hope she suffered. Not that I hope she didn't suffer, no, I hope that you came home every day to see agony painted across the face of the person that you love the most. Sorry. Loved. Right? Yeah, because you nodded when I asked about the cancer, so we know to refer to her in the past tense. No, shut up! You're not gonna say a goddamn word. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and you're gonna stand there and fucking take it like the little bitch you are, so help me God. You know, I never knew your wife. All I knew about her is that she married a massive cunt. You see, you were part of the cable of a moral pig shit that got me fired over a false accusation from someone who ended up taking my job. You participated in an injustice when you dismissed my counter accusations, Michael. All 17 of them, you are a bully. But anyway, I've moved on and up, and your slag of a wife is dead. Oh, this is me. Have a good one, Michael.
I've been walking around for 2 days thinking I was Picasso. But what I was just really a major jackass. So I went to the store out in Long Island, Michael's and I. We spent a few $100s on supplies. I was so serious about it, we bought 3 large canvases, brushes, paint, paint cleaner, spray paint, and markers. Don't ask me why, but markers. Went into the bookstore, got a few $50 books on Basquiat and pop art, and I did all my reading and my researching. I actually felt like I had a calling. Anyway, I set up shop in the backyard against this big, beautiful tree. And I tore open my paints and I squeezed the red and the yellow into the palette. I dipped my brush into the palette and it hit me. I look up into this large white canvas and I ask myself as I'm looking up into this white canvas, what the fuck am I doing? It was like a spell had been broken. Anyway, I started looking into the windows of neighbours' houses because I felt like I was being watched, you know. And there she was, this little girl named Megan. She was peering at me through her second-story bedroom window. She had a look of disgust written all across her face. And, I don't know, not feeling inadequate in front of this child, I decided to prove to her I could paint. I don't know why I needed this child's approval. Call me crazy, but I just did. I just wanted this kid to say, "Good job, Joe, you're a fucking Picasso, all right?"
Aw, keep it down, would ya? I'm trying to watch a movie. I'm thirsty. Drink from your bowl, like the fucking dog you are. Can't reach? Oh, what a shame. Begging, are we? Please. Do you remember when you had me pinned down and you were choking me and I was begging you for my life? What was it that you were saying to me? That's it. Beg me more. I like it. Are you hungry? Yeah. Have some popcorn. Oh, that fell a bit short. That sucks.
So, how do you like it? This is where you're going to be living now. And for me, I won't be staying here. Just you. Hey. Hey. What's with the face? Alright. You don't have to share the same bed as me anymore. You don't have to wake up to the smell of my BO. You don't have to worry about me anymore. Just like you wanted. You can't stay with me. Okay? Let's be real. I can't take care of you. I at a supermarket. I can barely feed myself. How am I supposed to feed you? Okay. Living with Mrs. Andrea will be the best thing that will ever happen to you. I mean, look at your room. It's bigger than my tiny apartment. Okay. You have hot water. You have warm blankets. This isn't a choice.
Everyone thinks they want to be happy. You want to know what I think? I think they have no idea what they want. Case in point, movies. Which are the dramas that everyone loves? The ones that win all the awards, that might even be boring as fuck, yet everyone seems to be frothing over them. What do they all have in common? They make you cry. That's what. Someone dies at the end. That's what you want to see. You want to cry. You want to feel sad. And that's fair. Crying releases endorphins and oxytocin. Now, this next one isn't for everyone, but thrillers and horrors have huge demand. You watch them to be scared. I mean, the adrenaline. Well, who doesn't like to feel a bit excited? So there we have it. Sadness and fear. What about a mystery? A season's worth of confusion and overthinking, trying to work out what's going on, waiting and waiting, potentially just to be let down by some less than riveting reveal at the end. Still, we love to be challenged, to use our brain after a full day of work. So we can add overthinking to the list. Now, worst of all, a documentary. Just when you're starting to feel okay about the world and your choices, you go and watch a documentary. Every second one of these will teach you that actually everything is terrible and leave you feeling, I'm going to say, less happy. What about a light-hearted comedy or rom-com, I hear you ask? Well, okay. If you're one of the few people that watch those and only those, you actually want to be happy. Congratulations, and go fuck yourself.
You know, life is like a never-ending game of whack-a-mole. You figure one problem out, the other one just pops up. Like, seriously, can I even catch a break? Like, I'm over here trying to be an adult, juggling my work, my bills, my responsibilities, and the universe is determined to test my patience. The other day, I tried cooking, and let's just say the smoke detectors decided to cheer on me. And don't even get me started on my laundry. My socks seem to have this secret underground tunnel system. I put two in, only one comes out. It's like they're playing hide and seek, and I'm obviously losing. But that's not the frustrating part. You know what is? The Wi-Fi. My internet connection seems to have something against me. When I need it the most, it decides to take a coffee break. Like, no, we're not streaming a movie on Netflix tonight. Like, no, we don't have this important project that needs to be submitted tomorrow. Gosh, I'm so frustrated. So, life, if you're listening to me, can you just please go a little bit easy on me? Just a little bit, you know? Please?
I'm sitting in the back of a white Mustang. Empty tins of baked beans strung to white ribbon rattling behind us. This is my special day. Not exactly my choice of vehicle and definitely not my choice of empty tins, but somehow that makes it all the more special. I can barely contain my excitement. My life here is going to be great. Beautiful beaches, bright blue skies, green forests. I'm not sure if this country is modeled off of heaven or if heaven is modeled off of this country, but either way, I am thrilled to be here. Oh, it's my groom. I know we're not supposed to text, but I'm marrying the girl of my dream, blah, blah, blah. We're not supposed to see each other, dummy. No one said we couldn't text. Stop the car. Stop the car. Unbelievable timing. My permanent residency just came through. No need to go through this farce after all. I get to stay in paradise. Best day ever.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is often interred with their bones, so let it be for Caesar. The noble Brutus says that Caesar was ambitious. If it was so, it were a grievous fault, and grievously hath Caesar answered it. Here, under leave of Brutus and the rest, for Brutus is an honourable man, so are they all honourable men. Come I to speak at Caesar's funeral. He was my friend, faithful and just to me. But Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honourable man. He hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms did the general coffers fill. Does this in Caesar seem ambitious? When the poor hath cried, Caesar hath wept. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff. Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honourable man. You all did see that on the Lupercal I thrice offered him the kingly crown, which he did thrice refuse. Was this ambition? Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and sure, he is an honourable man. I speak not to disprove what Brutus has spoke, but here I am to speak what I do know. You all did love him once, not without cause. What cause prevents you then to mourn for him? Oh, judgment, thou art fled to brutish beasts, and men have lost their reason. Bear with me. My heart lies in the coffin with Caesar, and I must pause till a return to me.
Good, thanks, babe. Really good. Just boring mum stuff, you know. But my son is so beautiful. I'm so lucky. And he's so smart. You know, the other day he said ba-ga-da. I know it doesn't sound like much, but the experts say it's a precursor to saying a full word. He's so clever. And he's so strong. He's learning to stand. His little legs are getting so muscly and strong. Even the nurses at the hospital said from day one when he was born that he was so strong. And remember when I was a swimming instructor for like 6 months, like 20 years ago? Well, I've started to teach him to swim in the bathtub. He kicks his little legs and he blows bubbles. Well, he splutters a little bit sometimes, but look out, 2040 Olympics. Australia's got another swimmer coming. Yeah, no, my parents are good. They babysat my son the other day and they said he was so well behaved. He just slept the whole time. He's such a good boy. You know, I had a whole hour to myself at the physio. I just couldn't stop talking about my son. I was like, am I obsessed with my son? Have I become one of those obsessed mums? Anyway, enough from me. Blah, blah, blah. Boring mum. What about you? What do you think about my son?
Alright, thanks for watching. If you'd like to help select who goes through to the global finals, you can vote for your 2 favourite performances from the show. A link to the voting form will be available in the description of this video for 48 hours from the end of the broadcast. Please note that you do have to vote for 2 performances, not just 1, and you can only vote once per show. If you want to see our other upcoming events, please check out worldmonologuegames.com. See you next time.